بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. My dear brothers and sisters, it is the farewell week, or it is the last couple of days, last couple of nights before this blessed month departs and it leaves us. So my advice to you, dear brothers and sisters, is fear Allah, obey Him, and draw closer to Him through good deeds. Increase your amounts of your acts of worship, increase your amount of charity. Make sure you attain as many good deeds as possible in these last couple of days and nights. Perhaps all of your previous sins are forgiven in these blessed nights. Know that this blessed month of yours has almost passed and only a little of it remains. And so it is very important to work accordingly. Believers, the end of Ramadan places us before a reckoning of our success. Has fasting borne the fruit of piety? Has it taught us to graduate from the school of piety with the character of those who are pure in soul, chaste in tongue, united in word, and upright in line? Has it taught us to become brothers as God described the believers? Has it taught the sisters to become sisters as God described the believers? Have we been freed of the cause of weakness, of the cause of defeat and submission to sudden events, calamities, and obstacles that the shaitan placed in our path? Have we conquered within ourselves the desire of injustice? Have we conquered within ourselves the false arrogance and the lusts of sin and transgression? I'd like to give you a statement. The beginning of victory is to overcome your own desires and to guide your soul, and most importantly, to move it from the sphere of your enmity to that of your friendship. You are in a constant struggle with yourself until you inherit obedience to God, to please what pleases Him, and to love what He loves. You will only get to that level by tiring yourself with worship, by working day and night to achieve the acceptance and the obedience of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Good and evil have been in constant conflicts since the beginning of mankind. So consider which of the two fronts you are on and hold yourself accountable before it is too late and the time changes. And as they say, there are 5 types of days. There is a lost day. This is what you missed and what you neglected, and this day will never come back. So we should not spend time beating ourselves up upon it. Yes, we should regret that we have missed and that we have neglected, but don't beat yourself up over it. You should recover. A witness day. This is the day you are in. So stock up on acts of obedience to make up for your lost days. And we have a promise day. This is your tomorrow. And you don't know whether tomorrow is one of your days or not. And there is also a promise day, which is your last day in this world. So you must keep it in mind at all times. And we have a prolonged day, and this is your afterlife. This is a day with no end. This is a day that will last until eternity. So pay utmost attention to it, for it is either eternal bliss or eternal torment. My dear brothers and sisters, let us fear Allah, O believers, and let us be keen to graduate from the school of Ramadan with feelings directed towards goodness and motivated to do fruitful work, to do acts of dhikr, to do prayer, to do voluntary fasting. Breathe in the breezes of paradise that God has prepared for the righteous, and stay away from the evil and sins. By the name of Allah, He who has filled his sides with hatred, unleashed his limbs with injustice, and whose evils have continued among people, he has not fasted and he has only made himself hungry. Dear brothers and sisters, in a few days, Eid will come. That is a test of faith and a declaration of the benefits that we have gained from Ramadan, from fasting in Ramadan. So let Eid be victory. Let it be an Eid of victory for us. Over the soul that fasted its month, was kind to its family, connected to its relatives, and provided good to the grieving and distressed, whom the ignorant consider to be wealthy due to their self-restraint. You can recognize them by their appearance. They do not beg people insistently. Let us be those people. My dear brothers and sisters, we must strive to ensure that in this blessed month, the children of those who might not be as fortunate as us or as our children, the people who are deprived of their sponsors, and the ones who have become entrusted to the living, we must help them and we must provide for them as they are our brothers and they are our sisters. So doing good deeds is our passport to God's success and satisfaction on the day that we meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the last piece of advice I'd like to leave you with is whatever good habits we have started in Ramadan, let's keep them going. And whatever bad habits we have stopped before Ramadan or in Ramadan, let's keep them away. بارك الله لي ولكم في القرآن الكريم ونفعني وإياكم بما فيه من الآيات والذكر الحكيم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته